Grabe, unbelievable. What we just witnessed in Dubai was not just a tennis match, it was a statement to the entire world. Our Filipina tennis queen Alex Eala just went toe-to-toe with the world number 4 Coco Gauff in a battle that had every Filipino around the globe holding their breath. Before we dive into the heartbreaking and proud moments of this clash, let's talk about the number everyone is searching for: $98,500. That is over 5.6 million Philippine pesos. In just 1 week, Alex Eala has earned more than what most athletes earn in a lifetime, and she did it by showing the heart of a lion on the biggest stage of her career. But this video isn't just about the money. It's about what happened at the net when the match ended. It's about the secret words Coco Gauff whispered to Alex that the cameras almost missed, words that will make every Pinoy watching this video swell with pride. If you thought Alex was just a rising star, after today, the world knows she is a giant slayer who belongs at the very top. For the first time in history, a Filipina stood on the center court of a WTA 1000 quarterfinal. The atmosphere in Dubai was electric. It felt like Manila had moved to the Middle East. The Cabyan cheers were so loud that even the seasoned champion Coco Gauff looked rattled at times. We are going to break down every emotional second of this match, from the crushing first set to that legendary comeback attempt in the second set that proved Alex Eala never, ever says die. I want you to stay with me for this entire video, because by the end, you will realize that even in defeat, Alex Eala has won something much bigger than a trophy. She has won the respect of the world's elite. We are going to look at the stats, the prize money breakdown, and the shocking ranking jump that has now placed Alex among the best 32 players on the planet. Don't go anywhere, because what we are about to show you is the real story of the Pinoy power that shook Dubai. Do you think Alex Eala is now ready to win a Grand Slam? Tell me your thoughts in the comments right now, and let's get into the deep details of the match that changed everything. Let's take a deep breath and look at the atmosphere inside that stadium. Every seat was taken, and the air was thick with the scent of history. For most of the world, it was just another WTA 1000 quarterfinal, but for the Philippines, it was our Super Bowl. Alex Eala, the pride of Quezon City, walking out onto the blue courts of Dubai to face the American prodigy Coco Gauff. The noise was deafening. Every time Alex even touched her racket, the crowd erupted in Laban Alex chants. This is what millions of pesos in sponsorship and prize money look like. The pressure, the cameras, and the weight of a nation on your shoulders. But then the match began, and we saw the brutal reality of what it means to face a top 5 player. Coco Gauff came out like a lightning bolt. In the first set, it was as if everything Alex tried was being countered by a machine. The speed of Gauff's shots and her incredible court coverage left Alex looking for answers. We have to be honest here, it was a tough start. A 6-0 first set is a nightmare for any athlete, especially when the eyes of the world are on you. But as we always say about Alex Eala, she may be down, but she is never out. The frustration was visible on her face, but so was the fire. She wasn't just playing against a champion, she was fighting against her own nerves. The first set flew by in just 26 minutes. Coco Gauff was playing near-perfect tennis, landing 54% of her first serves and winning 77% of those points. Alex, on the other hand, was struggling to find her rhythm, winning only 30% of her first serve points. The gap in experience was showing. Gauff has 2 Grand Slams and has played hundreds of matches on these big stages, while for Alex, this was her first time in a WTA 1000 quarterfinal of this magnitude. But even as the scoreboard showed a crushing 6-0, something incredible started to happen in the stands. The Filipino fans didn't stop. They didn't go quiet. In fact, they got louder. They knew that their queen needed them more than ever. It was during this transition between the first and second sets that we saw the mental strength that has made Alex a multi-millionaire athlete at such a young age. Most players would have folded. Most would have just wanted the match to end. But Alex sat on that bench, took a drink and looked up at the sea of Philippine flags. You could see the shift in her eyes. She wasn't going to let this be a total sweep. She was going to fight for every peso, every point, and every fan who stayed up until 2 in the morning in Manila to watch her. This part of the match is a lesson for all of us. It's not about how you fall, it's about how you get back up. And what happened in the second set was a display of Pinoy power that forced Coco Gauff to sit up and take notice. By the time the second set started, the momentum was shifting. Gauff was still the favourite, but Alex was no longer the tentative girl who walked out 10 minutes earlier. She began to find those legendary lefty angles. She began to challenge Coco's backhand. This is where the real drama started. When Gauff took a 4-0 lead in the second set, everyone thought it was over. But then came the break. Alex notched her first break of the match and then she held her serve. Suddenly it was 4-2. The stadium went absolutely wild. It was a glimmer of hope, a miracle from Manila in the making. Even Gauff admitted after the match that she knew Alex could come back at any moment because she's seen her do it before. This resilience is why Alex walked away with over 5.6 million pesos in her pocket, because she fights until the very last ball is hit. Now we have to talk about the most talked about moment of the entire night, what happened at the net when the final ball was hit. You see, the score says 6-0, 6-2, but the score doesn't tell you about the respect that was earned in those 67 minutes. As Alex Eala walked to the net, Coco Gauff didn't just give a cold handshake. She leaned in and whispered something to Alex that showed the world exactly how high our Pinoy pride has risen. Coco told the media later, and I quote, "Alex is a tough competitor. Even when I was up 4-0, I knew she could come back at any moment because I've seen her do it before." Think about that for a second. The world number 4, a Grand Slam champion, was genuinely worried about a comeback even with a massive lead. This is the Eala factor. Coco Gauff even went a step further in her on-court interview, thanking Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport. She said, "Whenever you guys were cheering for Alex, I was pretending it was my name. It helped me a lot. If you can't beat them, join them. This is huge, guys." Alex Eala isn't just winning matches. She is changing the culture of tennis and making global superstars adjust their mindset just to handle the energy of her fans. But let's get into the numbers that everyone is talking about, the massive financial breakthrough. Even though Alex didn't win the trophy, she's walking away from Dubai with a staggering $98,500. When you convert that to Philippine pesos, we are talking about over 5.6 million pesos for just 1 week of work. This is the single biggest paycheck of Alex's career so far. To put that in perspective, this one tournament has earned her more than the total annual salary of many top-tier professional athletes in other sports. This money isn't just for luxury. It's the fuel that allows her to keep her world-class coaching team, travel to every Grand Slam, and continue training at the Nadal Academy without any financial stress. And it's not just about the money, it's about the ranking points. Alex earned 215 massive ranking points in Dubai. Before this tournament, she was world number 47, but after this historic quarterfinal run, she is projected to jump 15 spots to a career high of world number 32. Being number 32 in the world is a game changer. It means she is on the verge of being seeded in Grand Slams like the French Open and Wimbledon. When you are a seeded player, you don't have to face the likes of Coco Gauff or Iga Swiatek in the first round. This run in Dubai has effectively opened a golden door for her 2026 season. She is no longer just a lucky loser or a wildcard entry. She is officially part of the tennis elite. The most emotional part of the night, however, was in the second set. After being down 10 consecutive games, yes, Gauff won 10 games in a row, Alex finally held her serve to make it 4-1. The stadium didn't just clap, it exploded. Alex looked up at her team, cracked a wide smile and clenched her fist. She was relieved, but more importantly, she was energized. She immediately broke Coco's serve in the next game to make it 4-2. For a few minutes, the miracle from Manila felt real. Gauff herself admitted she felt the pressure mounting as the Cabyan crowd roared. Even though Coco eventually closed it out, that 2-game stretch proved that Alex Eala has the it factor. She can be down, she can be outclassed, but she will never be silenced. And that is exactly why she is now a 5 million peso superstar. As we look beyond the court, we have to address the massive waves Alex Eala is making not just in tennis, but in the world of global branding and social media. You've probably seen the headlines floating around, claims of $45 million contracts with Nike or Wilson, and rumors of billion-peso endorsements. But here is the real story that makes us even prouder. Alex doesn't need fake numbers to prove her worth. While those viral posts are often debunked as hoaxes, the truth is that Alex Eala is already one of the most marketable young athletes in Asia. She is backed by global giants like Nike and Babolat, and her partnership with local powerhouses like Globe and BPI shows that she is the face of the new Filipino generation. Every time she steps onto a court like Center Court in Dubai, her brand value skyrockets because she brings an audience that most players can only dream of. Coco Gauff said it best herself after the match. "I want to thank Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport. Think about that. The world number 4 is acknowledging that Alex Eala is a pioneer. She is bringing the Filipino frenzy to a sport that has traditionally been dominated by the West. This new demographic isn't just a stat. It's the hundreds of thousands of expatriates in the UAE and the millions back home who are now watching tennis because of her. This is why tournament directors are desperate to have her in their draws. Whether she wins or loses, Alex Eala fills stadiums. She creates atmosphere. She creates clicks. And in the world of professional sports, that level of influence is worth far more than a single trophy. But let's talk about her Rafa Nadal Academy DNA. You can see the discipline in every shot. Even when she was down 6-0, she didn't throw her racket. She didn't scream at the umpire. She stayed professional, she stayed focused, and she waited for her moment to fight back. This is the Nadal way to suffer on the court with dignity. It's this mental maturity that is preparing her for the next big stop on the tour, the Sunshine Double in the United States. That's right, Alex is headed to Indian Wells and the Miami Open starting March 4th. Remember, it was Miami last year where she truly put the world on notice by beating major champions. With her new career-high ranking of number 32, she won't just be a participant this time. She will be a threat that every top player wants to avoid in the draw. The transition from the Middle East swing to the hard courts of America is going to be the next chapter in this 5 million peso journey. Alex is now entering the part of the season where she has defending points, meaning the pressure is on to maintain her top 40 status. But with the confidence she gained by going toe-to-toe with Gauff, we expect her to break even more records. Her social media following has exploded this week, with thousands of new fans joining the Eala army every single day. She is no longer just a tennis player. She is a global influencer and a symbol of hope for every young Pinoy athlete. As she packs her bags for California, she leaves Dubai not as a defeated player, but as a conqueror who proved she belongs among the stars. As we wrap up this historic journey in Dubai, it's important to take a moment and realize that Alex Eala has already won the most important battle of all. She has proven that she belongs among the elite. When the dust settles on this quarterfinal, the scoreboard will say 6-0, 6-2, but the world of tennis will remember the heart of the Filipino who refused to back down. After the match, Alex promised her fans, and I quote, "I will keep my head up. This was a great learning experience and I know I am on the right path. This maturity is what separates a good player from a future legend. She isn't bitter about the loss, she is hungry for the next challenge." And let's talk about that new reality for 2026. Because of this quarterfinal run, Alex Eala is officially projected to hit a new career-high world ranking of number 32. This isn't just a number, it is a shield. Being number 32 means she enters the Sunshine Double, Indian Wells and the Miami Open, with more confidence than ever before. She is already listed in the 2026 Miami Open player field, a tournament where she made history last year. As she moves from the heat of Dubai to the hard courts of America starting March 4th, she carries with her the lessons learned from facing world number 4 Coco Gauff. She now knows the speed, the intensity, and the level required to be a top 5 player, and she is coming back stronger. This 1 week in Dubai has changed the trajectory of Philippine sports. We have seen a young woman from Quezon City command the respect of the world's best, earn over 5.6 million pesos in prize money, and bring a whole nation together. The Eala era is no longer a dream. It is a reality that is playing out on our television screens every single month. Whether it's the viral marriage proposals from the stands or the classy tributes from champions like Coco Gauff, Alex Eala has become more than an athlete. She is a symbol of what is possible when you combine talent with an unbreakable spirit. Before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to the Eala army, every single one of you who stayed up late, commented Laban Alex, and shared her journey. You are the reason she feels at home on every court in the world. Make sure you hit that like button if you are proud of our queen and subscribe to Grand Slam Vision so you don't miss a single second of her American campaign starting next month. The rankings are rising, the prizes are getting bigger, and the best is yet to come. Laban Filipinas, we will see you in the next one.